Have you ever stayed silent and somehow people became even angrier? They think silence means defeat, but not every battle deserves a response. When they fail to get your reaction, some people become restless. Because some people do not seek solutions, they seek reactions. Then they start provoking. Their tone changes. Their words grow sharper, not to understand you, but to trigger your emotions. But powerful silence is not silence born from fear. Powerful silence comes from awareness. Not every word deserves space in your mind, and not every provocation deserves your energy. Strange, isn't it? Sometimes the angriest people are those losing control over your reactions. Some people feel powerful only when they control others' emotions. And your reaction is their fuel. But when you stop reacting, that fire begins losing its power. Calmness often becomes a painful mirror. Because when you stay calm, others begin seeing themselves. And not everyone feels comfortable seeing the side of themselves they've hidden. Then the sarcasm begins. Half-choking words, carefully aimed at you. Sometimes their goal is simple: to make you look wrong so they can appear right. They attack first, then play the victim once you react. At some point, silence is not weakness. Silence becomes protection. When you give no words, there is nothing to twist. Not every fight must be won. Some are simply meant to be left behind. Silence does not mean you lack answers. Sometimes you know exactly what to say, but choose not to waste energy. Explaining yourself to people unwilling to understand often only exhausts you. Because the problem is not misunderstanding. Sometimes they simply refuse to understand. Whatever you say can be twisted. And when that happens, silence often becomes the most mature answer. Some people are uncomfortable with peace. They are used to living inside drama because drama makes them feel important. When you stop giving attention, they begin losing their stage. And that is when panic appears, because they can no longer read or control your reactions. When silence cannot be broken, they often raise the volume, louder, more emotional. And maybe this is the part that makes them most uncomfortable. You begin setting boundaries. Not everyone deserves access to your peaceful space, and not everyone deserves long explanations. Sometimes the best response is no response at all. Not because you are weak, but because peace is more valuable. Conscious silence is silence that chooses control, not controlled by emotion. And when you stop giving them access to your emotions, you begin reclaiming control over yourself. So, when your silence makes someone uncomfortable, do not always feel guilty. Maybe they are simply not used to seeing you beyond their control. Because silence born from awareness is not weakness. Sometimes Your silence is the most peaceful victory you will ever have.